Hey, this is the first day of school. Wednesday, August 9th, we're recording because we're perfectly normal here. Nothing strange happening whatsoever. And so this will be for people who are absent today or for parents who went to watch it or just for those of you who are here but just really lonely tonight. You feel like you're back at school, then this is for you. You missed the beginning of class because I was not in front, but we have homework due tomorrow, which is going to be bring in a notebook, preferably the composition notebook or a spiral notebook that's due tomorrow. And then Friday is a picture of yourself, so make sure you bring that coming in also. You should be good to go. And then I also pronounce names and stuff like that, but you'll catch up on that tomorrow. All right, now, to help you out, focus. You're going to forget your locker combination and your locker number at some point because, let's be honest, you're you. And it's probably going to be either today when you leave my class and go back out to your locker, or tomorrow morning because you've slept and you come in tomorrow, or it's going to end up being next week on Monday after the weekend. You're going to forget how to get into your locker. So to help you out, we're going to write you a note. So have you now open up your iPad, go into the calendar app, and what you're going to end up doing is going to your birthday, whatever day you were born on, and you're going to put an entry on that day. Your entry is going to be your locker combo and your locker number. This is how you're going to help yourself out. Because at some point, you are going to forget how to get in. When you do, you are going to go talk to the tall people in the hallway and go, I can't get into my locker. What they're going to do is tell you to come see me. Because around here, I am the locker god. I have the locker keys. I have all the locker combinations. I can get into all the lockers around here. When you get sent to me, my first question is going to be, hey, didn't you put an entry in your iPad on your birthday? And you're going to go, no, because I ignored you because you're an old person and you can't make me do that. To which I will begin laughing and then dancing upon your tears. Because the choices you make today shape how much I dance on your tears tomorrow. If you don't want me to dance upon your tears, then what you need to do is put that entry in there now. Or, if you choose not to, accept the consequences that come with this choice in the future. So put that in there somewhere. Also, while we're talking about your iPads, if you have a school iPad, you may have noticed your iPad looks just like everyone else's iPad, because you all have adorable, identical matching cases. The drawback to that is, when you leave this iPad underneath your desk or in the hallway, how do we get it back to you if all of them look the same? So you want to put something to identify you on there. Preferably a piece of paper on the back between that see-through-y bit. Just write your name on that back thing on a piece of paper, and that way when we see it, we can get it back to you to make life easier. Do we have to do that? Absolutely not. But when you don't, it's going to take us days to track you down to get it to you. If you have your own iPad with a really cool fancy case, this is even trickier for you. Because for you, we have no way of tracking you down. At least with the school iPad, we can type in that pink number and find out who it is and get to it eventually. If it's your own special case and your own special iPad, we have no way of knowing who you are. So you really want to write your name on there somewhere so that if someone finds your iPad, we can get it back to you. I also recommend taking a picture of your face and making it the background. So for the little unlock screen, because that way when a random teacher finds it, we can get it back to you. Because when we pick it up, we're going to go, I have no idea. Oh, I've seen this kid before. And then we can track you down and make things much easier. Once again, you don't have to. You can ignore me. But when you do, and you lose your iPad, they're going to send you to me to find it. Because I'm the one that pretty much runs everything around here. My first question is going to be, did you put your name on it? And you're going to go, no, old man. And I'm going to go, start crying, because I got to start dancing. And that's how we're going to bond. So the choices you make today shape how much I dance on your tears tomorrow. Questions about you making poor choices because you're ignoring me now? I couldn't hear you. I was already ignoring you so far. All right, just thought I'd check. All right, so ready to go. Let's see how many. Oh, and this has already begun because right after third period today, I had a kid who did not do this and then couldn't figure out how to get into his locker because he forgot his locker combo and had to come find me. So we get to bring it up tomorrow in class. I'm all excited. I said, expect me to make fun of you in front of class tomorrow. And he's like, okay, I accept that. I'm like, that's very good of you. Mr. Brovicast, you're really smiling and happy. I don't think you'd actually make fun of us. I'm smiling and happy because I know at some point you're going to screw up and I do get to make fun of you. That's what gives me the happiness now, is I can see the future and know that you're going to make those poor choices. The trick is, I don't know which one of you it is yet. The homework tomorrow and the homework on Friday, that's going to give me clues, but we won't know for sure until we get there. All right, from there. Max, my light switches are way over there. Don't touch them yet, that'd be silly. But me being a cross-country coach, I'm naturally lazy, so there's no way I'm going to go all the way over there to turn off my lights every time. So I'm going to train you on how to become what's called a light monkey. And the way the light monkey works is when I need the lights turned off, guys, it makes it easier, like to see pictures and stuff like that. I'm going to clap twice, and that means turn off both lights. And if I clap twice again, that'd be turn them back on. So we'll probably not be like, I've been doing this my whole life without that weird clapping thing. So we'll practice. Nailed it. I don't usually keep the lights off too long because it freaks me out being in a dark room with like 30 kids because I'm creepy and I don't trust any of you. So eventually we'll turn the light back on. Woo, okay, caught you. And that's how it'll work out. Also, sometimes we're going to need the door open or closed because sometimes if it's left open and the math teachers are out there, they're really loud. They're like, math, 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 like just, ugh. And so we'll have to have you open or close the door. And I will clap 3 times, which is like 2, but 1 more. I'm going to have you like open or shut the door. So we'll practice that also, just to put your training all the way in. Nailed it. You're on fire. And then 1 more time. Look at that. It's like you just got exercise. All that counts for your fit. Well done. So let's cover that. So when you guys hear me clapping during class, I'm not just applauding myself like, oh my God, I'm so good. I know I'm good. The clapping is for the lights and the doors and stuff like that. It doesn't need you guys like to join in, like just trying to work that round of applause. I appreciate it, but I'm already vain and have enough ego issues without you guys feeding it. Back to this. Whoever designed our school hates children. I know, it's a given because they're an adult and all adults hate kids. But even more so here, because as you've wandered around, you've noticed we have these doorways that all look the same on each of the 4 corners. And whenever you're trying to say get to science and you have no idea which doorway it is, it feels like Narnia. And you're like, I just have to guess and go through the closet and figure out what's on the other side. That's a literary reference for you. To help you out, we've created these things that we call signs that are going to make your life easier. And they're right above the doors. So when you approach the doors, if you want to know what's down that hallway, you're going to lift your head. And that's going to show you the sign that's up there to make life a little bit easier. And so there's one that's like the art hallway you can look down. We have the office and cafeteria ones. And the one that you're really probably going to pay most attention to is going to be the red one, because that's science. Because that's the one that I usually freak out about. And then blue is for PE, band, music, and stuff like that to get you down to those areas. When you leave today to go out to the buses, either red or blue. That's how you get to the buses. So you go down the science hallway or you go out the music hallway. So those are the 2 you're going to look for. If you're friends with stars or globetrotters on those other teams, 1, shame on you. Because you're better than that, because you're a hero now and we're the best team. So stop slumming it with those kids. 2, their teachers don't love them as much. So they've not told them this information. So that's probably why you see them like wandering around and bumping into things, much like you guys were throughout most of the day. So you now have a choice. You can either tell them this information or just impress them and like walk up to a hallway and be like, that's the science hallway. Like, what? How do you know? Like, skills. And that way those that you're all kinds of amazing. Or you could teach them if you really like them. I do apologize for you guys being my 7th period, that you've had to spend the whole day like walking around bumping into things like, I feel like a globetrotter. It's like, it feels like all dirty on the inside. And so it's the same thing. But now, tomorrow, as you go through the day, you're going to feel all strong and powerful because you're going to know the power of how these doors work. It's just going to be a wonderful thing. Next up, I have a Heroes Hall Pass for you that you're going to get a chance to use, which is going to make your life much happier. You get to use it in 3 classes. My class, for English, Social Studies with Mrs. Randall, and then Science with Mrs. Melling. The first thing you want to do is write your name on it, preferably in pen if you have it. If not, then pencil, because you don't want to lose this. Losing it will eventually make you very unhappy. So writing your name on it will help that whole not losing it and getting it back to you thing. This is what allows you to get out of class to go to your locker, because we're going to start treating you the whole being responsible thing. So let's say tomorrow when you're supposed to get out your notebook and you go, I don't have my notebook, I left it in my locker. That's where this comes in handy to try and help you out. It also can let you get out of class to go visit Tinkletown. In case you've been drinking water all day, you're like, I gotta go Tinkle. That's why we have Tinkletown, and you get a chance to go visit there. It says first 9 weeks on it. It's good the entire year. We're just giving it to you the first 9 weeks. And when you write your name on it, write first name and last name. Even if you have, he's trying to hold all of them, eventually he'll pass them back to you. Yes, there you go. He's going to sell them on eBay. We caught him. It's okay. He's not a criminal doing this. You want to write your first name and last name on there. If you just write your first name and I find it, I won't give it back to you. Even if you have a very rare name that you're the only person that has it, you're out of luck. I'm going to torture you because of responsibility. So write first name and last name on it and keep it somewhere safe. It's good the whole year. You can use it all the way until April if you want. Some of you are going to lose this today. I know that because I've already found them on the floor and in the hallways today. Some of you will be able to hold on to it all the way until Friday. Some of you will make it into next week. You don't get a new one until the next 9 weeks. If you don't know when the next 9 weeks starts, let's help you out. What month is it right now? Good job. What month comes next?
September.
Well done. After that is?
October.
That's when the second 9 weeks begins. October, almost all the way to Halloween. So you're going to have to hold on to this and be responsible all the way till then. Some of you, that'll be easy to do. For others of you, it's going to be a painful challenge. If you don't end up using it, and you're one of those responsible kids, we will, for those of you at home, looks like that, we reward you for not using them. For each line that you end up not using, you get a bonus at the end of each 9 weeks. That's the whole can you be responsible thing. If you're responsible enough not to use them the entire year, how many blank lines would you have by the end of the year? How many 9 weeks are there? 4. How many lines are there for each 9 weeks?
3.
4 times 3 is? Just making sure. So you'd have 12 by the end of the year. I know, mathing is hard. It's okay. Let's see, so it's there. Hold on to it. It'll be good to go. Can be used in my class, in social studies, and in science. If you do lose it, don't come tell me, because I'm not going to give you a new one. All I will do is laugh at you and give you a hard time and stuff like that. So what you have to do is just be upset about your own poor choices and go from there. All right, iPad. Has anyone not been able to, well, those of you who have an iPad, has anyone not been able to access the internet and all that today? Yay! If you have not, have you tried? Okay, then we'll help you with that. Those of you who do have your iPad, you're going to go to this website, www.mrbroviac.com. I'm going to walk you through this next step. If you've not been on the internet yet today, then what you're going to do is sign on. If you know your username, it's not that. That's my username, BroviMr. Your username is the first 5 letters of your last name, and then the first 3 letters of your first name, and then 000 or something like that. They did change your password from last year. It is now big H, little s, little e, and then your lunch number. And if you don't know your lunch number, I can tell it to you to help you out. But you're going to go to my website, and then I'll explain things from there. You'll know you're at the right place, because it's going to look like you're in my room. It's like I'm really there. I know. You are. Just look around. It's going to blow your mind. I mean, if that blows your mind, it's going to be a long year. For those of you who are just, did we have success with the internet thing?
Mine's still loading.
No. Technology. Did we have success with the internet? Yay! All right. If you don't have your iPad today, not the end of the world. You're just going to have to use your imagination as we move forward. Hopefully you'll have it tomorrow. If you're getting your iPad from the school and they just haven't given it to you yet, I'm sorry, the technology gods hate you. But we'll get there eventually. Have faith. For the rest of you, we're going to download 2 files from my website. I use my website a lot. It's just www.mrbroviac.com. If you know my name, you can find the website. Maddie?
Mine's just page not found.
Double check that you're putting it in correctly. www.mrbroviac.com. www.mbrovik.com.
You have to capitalize it.
You don't have to.
No,
You can if you want to make you feel special, but you don't have to. All right, what you're gonna at the top, there's a thing called homework files. You can tap on all of those if you wanted to and just play around like, oh, there's so many fun buttons. But we're gonna take you to the one that says homework files. Tap on that. It brings up two options. One says regular, one says advanced. You're regular. But I want to be advanced. That's fine. Tap on the advanced one. It works the same way. They're not that special. Oh.
Good afternoon, Fishers Junior High. I have one announcement. Students wanting to participate in cross-country must have a physical on file and pick up information sheet from the coach. Girls should report to Coach Brovicast's room, A153, in the front of the building. And boys should see Coach Heiniger, C116, in the back of the building by the bus lot. Please pick up your information.